Welcome back to the channel, guys. I've got a good one for you today. Today I'm bringing you guys two members of the local group that actually meets on every Tuesday. And just so happens they met on Christian Filipina, and they've agreed to come on my channel today and give their entire history of how they met, where they met for the first time, how things are going now in their relationship, and just basically is how easy it is to find love here in the Philippines, because they found love using Christian Filipina, and they are amazed on how it worked, and I cannot wait to share their story with you. So sit back and relax, enjoy the show. To all my champions, thanks so much for tuning in. And if you had not subscribed and you like my content, hit that subscribe button. Let me know I'm doing a good job. Enjoy. We want to welcome Ken and Marla to our channel today. They actually met on Christian Filipina, and they were more than happy to come on the channel to explain their love affair, their little love story with you guys. So I want you guys to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. I'm going to start off with introductions. So we'll meet Ken first. If you can tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Ken, obviously. I'm from the U.S., from Utah. I retired here. I've been here about 3 months. That's about it.
That's about it? And you, Marla?
Yeah, my name is Marla. Originally from Cebu, born and raised here in Cebu. I work in a BPO like 6 years now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get right into the big questions for you guys. How long ago was it when you first met on Christian Filipina?
It's been 2 years, a little over 2 years.
Okay, and you guys were explaining a little bit about this. From what I understand, you actually did Christian Filipina as far as messaging at the beginning, then you took it to another route. You started using WhatsApp, so you guys could do video calls and so forth. I think you guys told me 9 months. Tell us how that 9 months went. What was going on in that 9 months? Was it every day you guys were communicating?
Yes, it's actually every day, like constant communication. We just enjoy talking to each other. But for me, like, I'm so excited to see his messages when I wake up. Even after work, it's a normal thing to do, like a daily thing. Because I think when I joined Christian Filipina and met Ken there, like I've been single for almost 5 years.
Okay.
So it's for me, like, it's kinda I went back to high school, like the excitement.
Yes.
So yeah, that's actually the feeling. So it's actually nice.
All right. Well, Ken's got a little small story about how he actually became a member of Christian Filipina. So I want to get to the bottom of that, Ken. How did that turn out for you? Why did you join Christian Filipina, and how did you join?
Well, I started looking on the app before I actually joined, and Marla sent me like a wink or know that she was interested, and I really wanted to get to know her, so I actually did join so I could see her message, and then I got her phone number, we went to WhatsApp and then started videoing and talking from there, so yeah.
Okay. Now again, so you started talking there. So for 9 months, from what I'm understanding, you guys just communicated every single day for 9 months.
Yeah.
All right. So once you decided this was becoming serious, Ken, as far as what did you do for that first visit? How long did you take to make that arrangements for the first visit over here? And how long were you here in the Philippines for your very first visit? And where did you guys meet here in the Philippines?
Well, I planned, I don't know, it was after a couple months we started talking. It was like, well, I want to come out,
Yeah.
and actually meet. So I put in for leave at work and came out February of last year for 3 weeks. Flew into Manila, and Marla flew from Cebu to Manila to meet me, and so yeah, that's where we met.
And again, he had a little story here. He was asking Marla before he actually came out here to the Philippines, should he get a room with 2 beds? And I found that very interesting that he was such a knight in shining armor, where he was actually very respectful of her as a woman, a Filipina, to ask that question. What were your thoughts on that, Marla? When he started asking you questions about getting a second bed in the room, what were your thoughts?
No, I actually told him, no, we don't need two beds. Like, we've been talking for 9 months, and I already felt comfortable. When the first time I saw him, we met in the hotel. So I feel safe. So no need for the two beds.
So you're saying over a 9-month period, which is a long time to be courting via online, via video calls and texts. It's a long time. So you felt like you kind of knew him by this time.
Yep.
Okay. Now, after you came here for the first visit, Ken, what was your first thoughts when you actually saw her? When you saw Marla for the first time?
Well, I was surprised that, I was nervous at the beginning, but just, pleasantly surprised. I mean, obviously I'd seen her in videos and talked to her, but yeah, it was nice. It felt right, once we met. So
Okay.
yeah, it felt good.
All right, now Marla, now you have a steady job, and I know that flying is not cheap. What made you make the decision of flying all the way from Cebu to Manila to meet him? What all did it take place in order for you to do that?
Oh yeah, like it's actually expensive, and I'm very like thrifty when it comes to money. Aside from the ticket, I also bought a laptop. So like, I think sacrifice instead of going out with friends. So I keep the money for the ticket because I really want also to meet Ken.
Yeah.
Like it's actually not easy to find a genuine and decent person
Okay.
nowadays. So I think it's worth the price of meeting Ken.
So basically, you're saying is you sacrificed a lot for Mr. Ken over here. You sacrificed a lot of going out and having fun.
Mm-mm.
You said, hey, I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to save money, save it for a laptop and save it for an airplane ticket for over a 9-month
Yes.
period.
And also, like, instead of going out with the friends every weekend, I also want to change, for a better me.
Okay.
I really want to have a serious relationship,
I understand.
So I think he is one of the person who makes me change, and also like but since he's mature than me, so like he always listen. He's a good listener, and I think one of the qualities of Ken that I really like about.
That's another question that comes up. Now you were met on Christian Filipina. My question would be is, have you ever dated a foreigner before him? As far as a relationship with a foreigner?
I talked with a foreigner, and we've met here once, but it's not like the relationship being a girlfriend and boyfriend. It's more on friendship.
Okay, so Ken's the first foreigner you've actually been in a
Yes.
a detailed relationship
Yeah.
with. Okay. Now, how did everything go at the beginning? When you guys, you're first met, you got 3 weeks, you're in a hotel room together, and you're in a king or queen size bed, I'm taking a guess. How did everything go that first 3 weeks? What brought you guys to where you're at now, that conclusion, that you guys are going to be together for forever?
Well, like I said, in the beginning, the first couple of days, we're getting used to each other, but it seemed we fell in as really comfortable with each other, our personalities and how we got along. But yeah, we planned some trips. We went to El Nido and Siquijor, so we were kind of in vacation mode, but we got to know each other, see each other's personality in person, which,
Yeah.
and we really clicked. So, yeah.
Now, once you actually left after the 3-week trip, how long did you go back home before you started making other plans to come back again?
Well, I knew it was going to come back. Yeah, it's like I just didn't know when, and that's when I decided. Yeah, I want to stay in the Philippines, and so I ended up selling my house, selling everything, and making the big move.
That sounds familiar.
Just this past February. Yeah, so.
All right, now you've been here since February, so you've been here for right at 3 months. What are your thoughts about Cebu City and or the Philippines so far in your 3 weeks? I mean, 3 months of being here.
I like Cebu. It has everything you need here. The hardest part maybe is getting used to the weather, but the humidity.
Little in it.
Yeah, but I think I'm acclimating. But no, I've liked it. It's great. The people, Cebu has everything you need, really. I mean,
Yeah.
So it's been good.
So basically, you've been like basically in a marriage kinda in the last 3 months. You're living together, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You live in the same room, same bed.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts at the beginning when he came back? When he first left? Were you already missing him before he left?
Yeah, I do. I do. Like it's like it's feels surreal and overwhelmed. So like I never imagined like he will coming back. Like right away, like after a year, because we just talk about it. He planned like another 2 years or three instead for a year
Okay.
of retirement. So and then he booked a ticket. So this is real. So yeah.
All right, now here's some serious things. This is I want to try to understand, and I want to give the audience a perspective to look at. You dated Filipinos in the past, correct?
I had one boyfriend, and that's
Filipino?
my late husband.
Okay. What's the differences between a Filipino boyfriend and or husband compared to a American, to a foreigner? What's the main differences that you see in the short amount of time you guys have been together?
I think from my previous husband, I actually had a good life. So we grew up together from high school until we got married. So I think the maturity of a person. So but for him, we met. We both already matured. But for the Filipino, my boyfriend, we grew up. Started like a childish, or having a childish attitude,
Yes.
and then became matured. So and also one thing is the what do you call it, the tampo,
Tampo.
or and also the jealousy of a person.
Okay, just so you guys are aware of this, Tampo is real. It's actually here in the Philippines. What that means is you have a young lady you're dating, or you're seeing, or you're married to, and the foreigner or boyfriend does a bad thing. You actually get loud in public, for example. You get loud with her. You say a rude comment. You make just a bad comment about something, or just do the wrong thing in her opinion. When she gets quiet, that's called tampo. Sometimes they can go from anywhere between an hour, could go all the way up to days or weeks even. So again, that's what tampo is. It's when a Filipina gets upset and she's no longer speaking to you, and she will take her time until she's over it to start talking again.
Yep, true.
All right, now Ken, your turn.
Okay.
You dated lots of westernized or Western women. What's the difference between a Western woman and a Filipino woman?
I think with the Filipina, they're just really caring and care about you, want to make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're taken care of. It's like they put you first, not necessarily themselves. They're just very caring.
Yeah.
And want to make sure you're comfortable and fed. To me, that's one of the big. I mean, not that they're not independent, but I don't know. It's more of a nurturing, I think, type of attitude, or the way they are.
Okay, and if you guys don't mind, I asked you guys before, I'm not sure if we did it in the intros, if you can give us your age, so they can actually see the age difference here as far as age gap. So Ken, how old are you?
I'm 54.
54?
Yeah.
You, Marla?
I'm 37.
So again, not a huge, big age gap there, but again, there is an age gap, well over 10 years. So again, you kind of can see how things have fell into their lap and how things are going with their relationship. What do you guys think now after this time has went by? Ken, are you happy that you signed up for Christian Filipina?
Yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't have met Marla if I hadn't. But yeah, I think it's a good service. The women on there seem to be legitimate. Like some of them on the other apps, I don't. They seem some of them are there to scam.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
So
a
it
good
felt
service.
like a lot more legit website to use to meet young Filipinas and older Filipinas, and kind of gives you a better view at dating apps, correct?
Right. Yeah, I think they vet the people better.
Okay.
So
Now, why did you choose Christian Filipina to get on in the first place, Marla?
I saw a lot of video on YouTube, so
Okay.
there's a lot of successful relationship in YouTube. So I tried it, and yes, it's actually true. There are a lot of decent people there. I did not try another app.
Okay,
but
so you only tried one app.
only one app, but
Okay.
yeah, it works for me.
All right. Is there anything to do with religion in there? The reason you picked Christian Filipina? Because if people hear the word Christian in there and they're thinking religious, did that have anything to do with it? Did you think that you would find a better man because it maybe be a religious based app possibly, or did you think that, or did you already know it wasn't, or what was your thoughts about that?
Before I went to Christian Filipina,
Uh-huh.
that's why I did my research. I watched videos, so it's not necessarily about the religion.
Okay. All right. Last couple questions here. One that I've been thinking about. Have you guys discussed wedding bells in the future?
no, other than we're just taking it slow, and we're living together now,
Okay.
and yeah, we're in no rush, but if that's where it leads, and yeah, so none of us are trying to jump into something.
Only reason I ask is a lot of times you can run across Filipinas, and again, I have not asked their story, guys. This is coming straight from their mouth to the screen. Marla, do you have children already?
Yeah, I do one.
Do you already have children? All right, how many children do you have?
Only one.
You have one child.
She is 14 years old. Yeah.
14 years old. Are you wanting more children?
No.
So you do not. I guess you have children back home
Yeah,
as well, Ken?
I have two boys. Yeah,
Do you not want any more children?
no.
So again, this is a different perspective. You have met a couple here that actually have met on a great app, and they're getting on great, have a great relationship, and they do not want children. Whereas a lot of times when like guys that my age coming over here, they meet some younger Filipinos. A lot of them have not had children, or may have already had one or two children, and they still want to have children. So again, you guys have found a great, solid bond based on what your beliefs are when it comes to a relationship around children as well. So again, you've already been there and done it, and you decided, hey, it's not in the cards to do it again.
Yeah,
Difficult.
and that's one thing we, was good that we agreed on, that, neither one of us wanted to have more children, and, so.
Now, how has life been? This will be my last question. How has life been since you guys have met for the second time? You met for your 3-week trip. Now you've actually met here in Cebu and you're living together. I understand she never has Tampo, so that's actually a good thing, guys. Because for the most part, people get Tampo. Sometimes it could be once a month, once every other month. Could be once a week for the bad guys. How do you guys get along so well and not have Tampo in the house?
I don't know. We really don't disagree, and if I don't know, sometimes I'll tease her, but she might get a little, but it's no time. We talk
It's
about
not
things.
like
She wants to talk about, it's like if there's ever a disagreement or misunderstanding, it's like we talk about it right away. We don't sit and stew on it.
Okay.
So I think.
I tell him right away, like I don't like it. What you did earlier, I don't like it.
Okay, so there's good communication
So,
then.
Yep.
Do you think a lot of that came from meeting on Christian Filipina? Do you think that's a lot to do with it as far as meeting the right person for you? Came from the app? You think that's a big reason you guys had such a great bond?
I think initially, because there was, has to be the initial attraction, but
Correct.
once we started talking, and realized that I think we both agree on a lot of things, and it was just a good fit. So, yeah.
All right, well, I want to thank you guys for coming on the channel today. Again, I appreciate your time and your efforts to come out here and meet with me. We're actually here at Highland Davis Eye, my favorite restaurant here in Cebu City, and we just had a wonderful lunch overlooking the city, and I want to thank them so much for coming on. Again, to my champions, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. If you had not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Let me know I'm doing a good job. Big thumb up from you guys. Aha, there you go. Thumbs up to all the champions out there. Until next time, I love the Philippines.